Good morning everybody. In this video I want to take you guys through my morning routine. We'll talk about three subjects: breath, coffee and cold, the three main aspects of my morning routine. Let's just get straight into it. I'll get dressed and I'll meet you guys on the couch. As soon as I wake up, I do my breathing exercises. The method I do here, I learned from my friend Patrick van Daan. He learned it from Wim Hof. It's a simple exercise that will make you feel ready and focused to take on the day. The idea is to take a deep breath all the way in, and then only relaxing a little bit of the air out, so you're not breathing fully out. That way you will build up the oxygen in your blood. After about 30 of these breaths, you will hold your breath for as long as you comfortably can. And you will be surprised by how long you can hold your breath. Most people can hold it for about 30 seconds, but if you use this method, you will see that your retention time goes up like to 1 minute, 2 minutes. I've heard people doing it even for 5 minutes. My personal record is about 3 minutes, but it's not really about breaking records, because as soon as you feel the urge to breathe, you just take in a deep breath and then you hold that for 10 to 15 seconds. I like to also put some tension on that breath, so I blow out, I tense my ab muscles and I tense my body. After those 10 to 15 seconds, the cycle starts all over again. You can do this cycle for about 3 or 4 rounds. I like to do about 3 or 4 every morning. And after the round, you will start feeling really zen, really calm. Because of that, I use that time after the breathing to meditate a little bit. I count my breaths, and after the meditation, I like to read. In the morning, I like to read something that will prepare me for the rest of the day. For over a few years now, that has been Stoic philosophy. My two personal favorites are Marcus Aurelius with his Meditations, which I'm reading here, and the other one is Epictetus and his handbook, which is just a little over 50 short tips and tricks to get you through life. If you guys are interested, I can definitely make a video about Stoicism in the future, because that's a topic I'm very interested in. So the next step in my morning routine is having a good cup of coffee, and mine of course is by my sponsor Brandzaak. Next to coffee you need something to grind the coffee with, in this case a Hario hand grinder. You need a device to make the coffee in. I use an AeroPress. And of course you need some hot water. So I'll show you how I get to work. The first step is grinding the beans. So with the AeroPress you'll get a nice scoop that fits the perfect amount of coffee beans for 1 cup of coffee. So I'll put that in the grinder. And then it's time to get to work. So this is like a little meditation, you guys. And just focus on getting those beans into grounds. There's some magic. Usually doesn't go so fast, but the coffee has been ground. Now we need to start the AeroPress process. So I like to use a filter, that way you keep all the bad stuff from the coffee out. I wet the filter first so there's no paper flavor, and then I get the AeroPress. This is probably the best coffee machine you can buy for under 1,000 euros, and it's only about 35 euros. So if you want to get into coffee, definitely recommend the AeroPress. It's the best 35 bucks I've ever spent, probably. Coffee goes in the AeroPress. I'm gonna add some hot water. Let the gases escape, and then we're gonna steep the coffee for a little while. So while making the coffee, let's go over to a true expert, my girlfriend Sarah Tuohy, to let her tell you guys about the benefits of coffee for you as an athlete and as a person.
Alright guys, so as a sports dietitian, there are many reasons as to why I would advise drinking coffee or obtaining the substance caffeine for exercise. Overall, coffee can improve your performance as an athlete in several different ways. Firstly, many researchers have shown that caffeine has a beneficial effect on your speed and strength during performance. This has to do with several different factors, but mainly has to do with how caffeine can improve your concentration. By taking caffeine shortly before your workout or your exercise bout, you can increase the sharpness of your mind when performing a challenging or strategic movement, such as Daniel during his jiu-jitsu. And your concentration is something that can be incredibly beneficial in a match, when not only your performance but the strategic aspects such as the points is very important to, well, win, of course. And lastly, moderate amounts of caffeine has shown to decrease the long-term risks of heart disease, diabetes, dementia, and certain types of cancer and liver disease. Overall, as a sports dietitian, I would definitely advise coffee if you like it, and if you don't, obtaining caffeine in some way to improve your performance as an athlete.
Thanks a lot, Sarah. Very insightful. If you guys want to learn more about diet and nutrition for sports, make sure to give Sarah a follow. I'll put her Instagram in the description below. The next step in my morning routine is cold exposure. You start with finding a frozen lake and you need to drill a hole in the ice. No, wait, you can actually just take a cold shower at home too. Because it's a bit more dramatic, I'll show some videos of me taking a dip in the North Sea a few weeks back. So why would you expose your body to the cold? Why would you go through that uncomfortable challenge? There are a lot of benefits linked to cold exposure. Improved quality of sleep, more focus, improved immune response, meaning you just get sick less. But personally, taking a cold shower is more of a mental thing than anything else. Taking a cold shower means you have to conquer the first battle of the day. That little voice inside your head that just wants to stay warm and comfortable, you beat it. You go to war with it and you go under a cold shower. And it just makes you tougher. You win your first battle of the day. Putting in hard work, getting your tasks of the day done is now a lot easier because you already did the first big one, which is exposing yourself to cold. The best part though is when you get out of the water. You will feel completely refreshed. You also feel relaxed and focused. For me, it's a bit similar to the feeling I get after a tough jiu-jitsu session. So should you just dive into the first cold water you see? No. Start with finishing your showers with cold water. 10 seconds at first, and after you get used to that, after those 10 seconds feel comfortable, increase it by 10 seconds or 15 seconds every week. That way you work yourself up to become more comfortable with the cold. Alright guys, so that's my morning routine. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have to go, I have to do some solo drills. So I'll see you guys around. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you.